Hello, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council. Thank you for joining us for today's edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Tech Council in partnership with WisBusiness.com and with the help of our sponsors, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corp and Exact Sciences. Hi, Tom Still here from the Tech Council. I want to tell you about a few of the things we've been up to lately, as well as what's on our horizon. September 12th, we were in Wauwatosa. There we talked about the Microsoft AI data center project in Wisconsin and what it means to the state and to manufacturers around the state. Our panelists were Balamurugan Balakrishnan. He's the Chief AI Officer for our region with Microsoft. And Joe Hammond. He runs the UW-Milwaukee's Connected Systems Institute, which is going to be a portal for manufacturers around the state. Take a look at our website for news reports and my recent column on artificial intelligence. September 24th in Madison, we had a couple of guests from the Morgridge Institute for Research. That's a biomedical research institution working towards a fundamental understanding of biology to drive advances in human health. Some of the folks who were there included Dr. Brad Swartz, who runs the Morgridge Institute, but also researchers Danielle Desa and Peter Dukos. And it was a great conversation about what's on the cutting edge for Wisconsin and the world, for that matter. Coming up, October 3rd, our annual women reception will be held at the J.H. Findorf & Son headquarters, 300 South Bedford. Our guest is Joanna Burrish. She's a business leader. She's been involved in the arts and entertainment industry and an advocate for women in general who are in business. She'll talk there about her background and more, and we're looking forward to that. We'll have a reception at 5:30 and a presentation begins at 6:30. Our Wisconsin Early Stage Symposium, one of our biggest annual events, will be held November 13th and 14th at Monona Terrace in Madison. One of the things I wanted to highlight here is the fact that we're going to be open to presentations, pitches by young companies that hope to get in front of investors, and we'll have a number of investors there at the conference. So we have two separate tracks for companies that are maybe a little more farther along and some that are really early. And so we're open to both. And there's also chances to meet with investors one-on-one throughout the conference. So we hope you can join us there, and we hope the young companies take advantage of this opportunity. Next up, Bree Loughlin from Nurse Disrupted. We're back with Bree Loughlin, who won the Information Technology category in the Wisconsin Governor's Business Plan Contest in 2021 and has since continued to build Nurse Disrupted, a platform for providing virtual nursing care in many forms. Welcome, Bree.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Love to have the update. So first, let's define virtual nursing care for those who maybe don't have a good idea. How and where can it be provided? And what are the advantages and limitations for health-related companies and patients alike?
So it's really being refined. If you're going to call it virtual nursing, it's got to have to do with nursing. That there is this synchronous audio video piece, and that where you and I on video are face to face, we are not in person. We are not physically inhabiting the same space.
Very good. Very good. So, well, it's interesting in a way you've helped pioneer that definition and within Nurse Disrupted. So, and you touched on this, there's no secret there's a challenge within the nursing profession in terms of overall numbers right now. Can a service such as Nurse Disrupted help bring back qualified professionals into the profession?
It's an incredible science. It's one that is complex. And it's one where a lot of us do burn out, and then if we're lucky enough, we can come back. The other thing that happens, and that happened exponentially during the pandemic, is early retirement. So whereas nurses might have another 10, 15 years in their career, the wear and tear on their bodies, it's just time for them to exit the field. And so we've had a loss of intellectual capital in nursing. Now, in the way that Nurse Disrupted designs software, you hear me talk a lot lately about digital inclusion. And so I know that Nurse Disrupted has nailed it in regards to software design when the majority of people who try to use our software can do it in a low barrier way. We designed so that any clinical user can use our software and that it can be deployed even in the most remote hospital location, and be very successful.
And certainly technology is a big part of what you do, but your team, it brings a, a variety of expertise to the game, right? I mean, these are people who have worked in different parts of nursing, different parts of other medical practices within. Talk a little bit about that.
Team is everything. Leadership and team, the experience that the Nurse Disrupted team has, I can go on and on. It's a very well-rounded and experienced team. It's not MBAs thinking, what could nurses need? Like, how could this be? It is this deep experience and this collaboration with all of us that's knocking it out of the park for our end users. You know, we look very closely at not only patient satisfaction, but nursing satisfaction, and especially nursing satisfaction for not just the remote nurses, but the nurses at the bedside. And those high satisfaction rates, I know, is because of this combination of deep expertise in the various domains that make Nurse Disrupted what it is.
Excellent. Well, thanks again to Bree Loughlin, who's founder and CEO of Nurse Disrupted, for joining us on WISPbusiness.com, the show. See you soon, Bree.
Bye, Tom. Thanks.
Thanks again to our sponsors, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation and Exact Sciences. We'll see you next time.